Hi everyone, Mature Simmer here, both irritated and embarrassed. So I've just spent the better part of the last hour planting this field with hops, thinking I was talking to all of you and recording things and getting out at the end to stop the recording, only to realize stupid me had never even fired up the software to do the recording, let alone started up the recording. So, you missed me planting hops. You missed me talking for 45 minutes or an hour about what's going on. So, instead, you're going to get a super short video to just get you up to speed of where we're at. It's certainly not going to be 45 minutes, so maybe I'll still go on for 5 or 10 minutes, but it's unlikely because that would just be painful at this point because frankly there isn't a lot to share. It's just obviously when I'm moving up and down in a tractor, there's more to share than because I've got stuff going on and you've got something to watch. Now you really don't. So short story is I'm here in early summer. I kind of procrastinated a bit, missed my window for planting cereal crops. I was on yesterday, but then I had very little time to play, and it just never got around to getting in here and planting the field. So this morning when I came in to do the time sync, I decided, all right, today's the day. Let's see what we can do. We had a couple options. We could have done soybeans, corn, hops, or coffee. I've done all those other crops other than hops, so I decided let's just go with hops. Part of the discussion I had is, hops gets to be harvested with my lovely corn header, which is sitting over here, which none of you have seen me use. You probably wondered, like, why does he even own this thing? It just sits here. It's kind of in the way, even though he has it tucked over. But anyway, my thought was, well, if it's like corn, it's going to have to be plowed. And then that's when I kind of shared the big news, which is it's possible that we'll be moving to FS22 here in FSN shortly. So I will know within 24 hours whether we are or not. So I've not shared, and I hadn't shared specifically what we're looking at, but just that we were. We talked a little bit about the process and how that all works in FSN. At this point, I'm not going to take the time to do that now because one of the other things I shared is in real time, it takes a bit of time to do that. And so I can share that information as we do other things on the farm. We got to spray this field. We're going to have to obviously harvest it more than likely before things wrap up, even if we're going forward. But at this point, we've got 3 of the 5 of us, of the FMs that are on the server at this point, have voted yes, that we'd like to do that. Obviously, we'd like to, it'd be great if it could be unanimous. Just haven't heard from the other 2. It's not that they voted no. We just haven't heard from them in a couple days. So I'm going to continue trying to get an answer today. But basically, tomorrow, the ability to request moving to the map we're talking about opens up in FSN. And right now, my plan is to stay up till midnight and post our ticket right as soon as I can, so that we're kind of first in line, and that hopefully that will expedite the process as much as I have any control over it. So that's where we sit, and why I started out in the middle of the field was I was just closing the last video saying, like anything, when you've been, this has been my home in virtual farming for going on, maybe we've even passed 2 decades now. So I've been here a lot. A long part of my virtual farming life has been spent here, and frankly, my real life, I'm coming up on a 9 months a year that I'll have been on here. So quite a bit of time devoted to these patches of land. And while I'm excited to go to FS22 finally, and it'll happen if it doesn't happen on this map, if we decide, yeah, we're still going to wait, maybe we'll continue to work things here as we've had, but if not, it'll happen sooner. But you know, like anything, when you're leaving something that's familiar, it's a little bittersweet. And, you know, so it was just kind of enjoying the wind and the sun and the views, because, you know, that's not what we're going to see. We're not going to be in this location in FS22. So that gets you up to speed. And once again, for those of you who detest long videos, you're probably like, yay, thank God his recording didn't work. For those of you who unfortunately like the former, I apologize. I just had a small window of time to get stuff done, and I guess in my haste to get moving to make sure that I could get the planting done in the little time I had, I neglected the step of starting the recording. So this is what I'm able to give you at this point, because as you know, I can't go back to a saved game and restart this field and do it again. And frankly, I don't have the time in real life to do that right now anyway. So that's where we're at. And I'll keep you posted, and we'll keep going after that. So I'll see you next time. So we've gone ahead and done it. As you can see here, submitted a ticket to the FSN support queue to move us to the FS22 Shellbrook, Saskatchewan, Canada map. So I will keep you all posted on how things move along.